Most important for me to focus on my projects is my client's lifestyle. I really love to really get a very good idea of how they currently use and how they want to use their space. Whether it's their home or their office, I feel as the designer, if I get a very good idea and scope of how they want to live their life in their space, I can help design that to suit their lifestyle and use it in the best way that they can.
We are totally focusing on our client, and obviously timeline or history doesn't really matter. What matters is the hierarchy of materials, the product selected, and you go from various traditional aspects of design to modernism, which is really more our specialty, even though at times we work in traditional environments.
Well, I focus first on where a project is located. I feel that hotels should have a sense of place. They should tell a person where they are by where they're staying. So that's important, to get to know a place, really understand it. But the other thing that's important is the people who are going to be using the spaces that we design. Really, we design for people.
So my main focus for designing is creating an experience. Whether it's a gallery and you're creating a space that reflects the objects in that space, or you're creating a co-working space and you're trying to balance all the different types of work that go there. It's the experience, it's what people feel when they're in that space that's the most important part to me.
Understanding the design program, understanding what it is that we're trying to achieve with the project, understanding the client, what makes them tick, what are their key decision points throughout the project, what are their ultimate goals. So really understanding the program behind the project, behind the pretty picture, so to speak, but really the problem solving that goes into creating the best design.
My influences and focuses while I'm designing come from, first, the client, the things that they're asking for, fulfilling their needs. Focus depends on the job. Every job is different, and that's what makes what I do exciting. I'm not doing the same thing day in and day out. Influences come from everywhere. Come from the people that I know, come from my family, my friends, my clients, the people who supply us with things, the products. Television, of course, now is out there, so you have to deal with that. Everywhere I go, there's something that influences me.
When designing a space, I'm primarily influenced through my clients. Their life experiences and their personal needs guide each project.
I think it's important as a design educator to focus on design in a holistic way, moving beyond trends and fashion, which are temporary and fleeting, looking at design history and movements that have changed the face of architecture and design, changed the way that humans interact with the built environment.
I really listen to what the customers are saying, what they want, asking for pictures of things that they've seen. A lot of times online, Houzz and Pinterest have become huge support things for homeowners to actually get ideas, instead of back in the day where it was just bringing in all these different magazines. So being able to listen to what they have to say, both what they're saying and also what they're showing. Their budget comes to mind too. What can we do with what we got? How involved they want to be in the project. Those are all kinds of things I take into consideration working with homeowners or a commercial project.
In the next 5 years, I really think we are going to start designing spaces for a cross-cultural society. We're having much more blended spaces. More people today are having second or third homes in different parts of the world.
Interior design is always moving, always evolving, and yet it's always kind of circling back to reflecting on its past as well, and reinterpreting the past for the future. So there's a balance of innovation and technology, and I can't even imagine some of the things that are going to be coming up.
So I see interior design using more data and more research in their designs. I see us using wearable technologies, really understanding what people are doing and how they're working, rather than the manager telling us how they think people are working.
I do think the industry of design is moving toward more responsibility, toward healthier environments.
I don't really follow trends because each client is different, but I think maybe people aren't as apt to keep things as long as they used to, so they want change more often. And that means that they're not as willing to have something that's going to last forever. And I think the computer has influenced us in that.
In the next 5 years, I still can see the more classic, traditional moving forward. Still lots of grays and whites. I would love to see more color in homes. I'm sure most of the designers do.
Well, it's very difficult to say where we're going to go. We have 5 generations working in the workplace, and as we have basically the millennials, the young people that come into the workforce, they have different thoughts about what the workplace should look like versus what's been done in the past.
Interior design is only becoming increasingly important. As we move into an era where sustainability is key, we're looking at more and more projects that involve renovation, and this is an area where interior designers have always excelled.
I see interior design becoming more professional. As the public gains a growing knowledge of interior design, I think they'll see us more as just decorators and actually somebody that will come in, make material selections, also draft up architectural drawings, and just be a huge driving force in the design world.